All right, hello and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into a technology that is quite literally changing the way modern work, well, works. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. But we're not going to discuss this as some sci-fi, far-off idea. Nope. We're going to look at it as it is right now. A systematic, intelligent workflow that is already managing the entire journey of an employee. So let's get into it. Seriously, just think about that for a moment. You've spent hours, maybe days, getting that resume just right. You find the perfect job, you hit that submit button, and then what? It just vanishes into the ether, right? Well, in the past, it might have ended up in a stack of papers on someone's desk. But today, it's entering a whole digital world, and the first person to see it probably isn't a person at all. So in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to follow that resume on its journey. And what you'll see is that AI in the workplace isn't just some single, isolated tool. It's actually a completely connected workflow, a whole system that guides someone from being a hopeful applicant all the way to becoming a valued long-term employee. And here's our game plan, our roadmap for today. We're going to break this AI-powered process down into 4 distinct stages. We'll start with recruiting, then move to onboarding, then training, and finally, the performance review. Looking at each one will give us a really clear picture of how AI is woven into every single step. Okay, let's kick things off with stage 1, what I like to call the automated handshake. This is that very first point of contact. And for a lot of candidates now, that first interaction isn't with a person, but with a pretty smart AI system that's basically the first line of defense in the hiring process. Now, what's really cool about this AI recruiter is that it's not just doing a simple keyword search. It's way more sophisticated. It digs through mountains of data from thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of applications to truly evaluate a person's qualifications. Its whole job is to intelligently sift through that massive pile and hand over a neat, tidy shortlist of the absolute best candidates for a human to then look at. It's all about efficiency on a scale we've just never seen before. Okay, so our candidate made it through the AI gauntlet, and they got the job. Fantastic. So, now what? Well, now we're at stage 2, which is that super important onboarding phase. And, you guessed it, AI is right there, ready to play a huge part in getting that new hire settled in and ready to go. So, say hello to the AI onboarding buddy. You can think of this thing as a brand new employee's personal digital helper. So instead of a manager getting hammered with the same basic questions over and over, this AI system can provide personalized guidance, serve up all the necessary paperwork on the spot, and answer all those common questions instantly. It just smooths out the whole process and frees up the human team to focus on the stuff that really matters, like building relationships. So, the employees onboarded and finding their footing. Their journey of development is just beginning. And that brings us to stage 3, which is all about learning. But we're not talking about those boring, one-size-fits-all training seminars we've all had to sit through. We're talking about training experiences that are completely personalized, all thanks to AI. So, how in the world does the AI do this? Well, it pulls together 3 really important pieces of information. First, it looks at the exact requirements for that employee's specific job. Second, it looks at their own performance data to see where they're already strong and where they could use a little help. And third, it merges all that info to create a totally unique learning plan, just for them. This makes sure the training is actually useful and makes a real impact. And this leads us to the final piece of our AI-powered workflow, performance. This is where AI is totally flipping the script on performance reviews, taking them from that dreaded once-a-year meeting to a nonstop process of feedback and growth that's all driven by data. Yeah, this slide just nails the difference, doesn't it? The old way was, maybe once a year, often based on feelings, and almost always about what you did in the past. The AI approach? It's happening all the time. It's based on hard data and performance metrics, and it's looking ahead. It can even spot potential issues or trends way before they become big problems. It's a complete game changer. Okay, we've covered a ton of automation, a ton of data, but now we get to what is without a doubt the single most important part of this entire system. This is where we shift our focus from the tech to the absolutely essential role of human judgment. And let's be crystal clear on this point. Even with all of the incredible things we've just talked about, at every single step of the way, the human professional is the one who makes the final call. The AI can suggest, it can analyze, it can create a shortlist, but a person makes the decision. Period. And this isn't just a nice-to-have idea. It's the bedrock of doing AI responsibly. As Bernard Marr wrote, keeping that human oversight is absolutely essential if you want accountability and ethical governance. It makes sure that things like fairness, context, and empathy, things an AI just can't grasp, are always part of the equation. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? When you put it all together, this whole system shows that AI in the workplace isn't about replacing people. Not at all. It's about being an incredibly powerful tool to support our decisions. It's designed to boost our own expertise and free us up to focus on the more strategic, creative, and human parts of our jobs. And that right there leads us to a really fascinating and, frankly, a really important question about the future. As AI gets better and better at handling the routine, process-driven work, what does that mean for us? What's the new strategic role for the human professional in a world like that? How do we use our uniquely human skills to thrive? That's definitely something for all of us to think about.